Hi, welcome on my channel. Today we're gonna talk about gold, how am I using it, how to use it when you play blind ravaged maps and you don't really want to engage with league content, or maybe try to find something more profitable and make more money than you make with your league content and shipments and stuff. So to the point, right? Myself, I've completed like 250 maps or more that I documented in my spreadsheet, from which I accumulated 2.5 million gold, which I started using when I was back from my holiday. It was 4 days ago. And I started flipping the market just for fun, just to see, how much currency I can make with it. And I'm pretty happy with what I'm experiencing it. I was doing that basically starting, I don't know, in week first or something like that, when I spot that there is a huge spread between offers. And what I mean by spread is that the buy orders are completely off from the sell orders. So right now we have 11 chaos spread on silver oils, right? So 11 chaos is 16% of what you invest, right? So you put in 66C for silver oil and you get out 77 chaos, and that gives you 16% of margin, right? So the idea is to find items that have the largest margin, because you are limited by 3 things while doing this. First is your wealth. You need to have a lot of chaos, because the more chaos you have, the bigger transactions you can set up. Second is that you need high volume, because even if you are very rich, the market, and by market I mean like silver oil market, right? So we have few different markets that work separately under this UI, and silver oil market has a specific volume, right? So the number of people and number of transactions, both trying to sell and both trying to buy, matters, because that will limit you. You can find some really huge margins, but if their demand, and basically the demand is not there and the volume is very low, you won't make a lot of currency, and you will just fill your orders and they will just hang on without being fulfilled. So there are 2 things so far that important, right? So first is spread, second is volume, and the third is, of course, let's say gold efficiency, right? And that's closely related to your margin and volume. Maybe not volume, but closer to your margin. But yeah, we still want to, let's say, use maximum volume. So, this is quite tied to, let's say, value of your offer, right? So when we want to purchase oils like I did here for 57C, so let's simulate it. 140, 20 oils, it's 2,500 gold for 20 silver oils. That's very cheap, right? So you can actually spam your buy orders quite efficiently, right? So yeah, you can see that basically the price you put in doesn't matter, right? So this is quite useful for us. But the other way around, it actually matters, right? So if I sell it for this or this, you can see this changes. So that's our limiting factor. So we don't need to care about our buy orders. We can set up as many transactions as we want. And the example is here. I set up some for 57, I set up some for 52, I set up some for 53 and for 50, right? So this is just to catch, the lowest price possible, because the lower price I get the better margin, I get better use of my gold, right? And gold is still limiting factor, because you need to run blind ravage map, which takes 6 minutes to produce 15,000 gold. And that's not enough to do transaction like this, right? Because it doesn't work that perfectly. But yeah, if we wanted to sell this at this price, for instance, let's use this price. So if I wanted to sell those 20 oils for 86, right? So let's say it's very expensive, but actually doable. I'd have to pay 40,000 gold. So that's 2 encounters to complete. That's 10 minutes. Sure, I would make like, I don't know, 3 divines thanks to that with this transaction, but that's our limiting factor. So 2 things. First, we want to trade a lot. We want to catch high volumes because that gives us more money now, and we need those money to make more money, right? Second of which, we want to catch those lowest prices. And how to do that? So I found out through last weeks, basically it's something I found out very early, that the price fluctuates a lot during the day. So you might not be online at, I don't know, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., but some Asian people probably are, because it's their time, it's their prime time, right? Then Europe follows up, it follows the sun, right? So then Europe, then United States. So I found out that the price during night is very low, and the more wealth you have, because we are also limited by 10 transactions. So the more wealth you have, it means you can set up bigger transactions, and you can set up different items and try to catch those cheap items to increase your margin, right? Of course, the volume is highest during prime time, so you can flip a lot then. It goes very fast. However, the best income is by trading, buying stuff at night, selling stuff during the day. This is just, increasing your margin, right? If you do this that way. And you can see I set up some transactions during night. I bought 7 oils for 53. This is because previous days silver oil was a bit cheaper. Now the competing trades are at 67. They fall off, but not to those levels as previous days. So for the next night, I will buy more oils at maybe 57, try to flip them at 77. This is still great margin, right? So if we purchase them for 57 and sell for 77, we make 20 chaos out of 57 chaos purchase. That's 35% margin. And remember that we pay gold for our sell order, so that really makes difference, because otherwise if you do 10% margin trades or 5% margin trades, you can do this a lot and you can have high volume, but using million gold you will make much less chaos, much less profit than I make with 30% margin, right? So I hope you get the point. So that's what you should be doing. You should be looking for markets like those fragments. Volumes are low, but I still managed to buy 500 fragments for 1000 chaos. It's actually me playing with new markets, because I made ton of currency with silver and gold oils. Now I'm trying to find out what else is there. And I found out that fragments, there is some volume there. There are, people wanting to buy it and sell it. And I bought 500 fragments for 2C. Now I believe I can start selling them at 4C. I believe it's sellable. I won't flood the market so that people start selling it for free, but I will be slowly unloading my stock for 4C. That's making 2C out of 2C. That's 100% margin. However, this is not very efficient trade, because if we want to sell 500 fragments, which I can't, but let's try to simulate at 4C, that's 2000 chaos, that's 50,000. Oh, it's actually not that bad. I thought it's worse. So it's 50,000 gold to make 1000 chaos. I find this quite good profit, and it should sell during the day today, right? So basically, when I'm now telling you that, probably a lot of people will start be doing that. So those markets will probably be over. You won't see like 35% margin anymore, but I'm pretty sure I will be able to find other markets like those fragments, which have even more than 30%. This has 100% of margin, which is really great. And this way I will be still having fun. And I believe you can have some fun as well. So just to show you my profits, first I need to, of course, complete my trades, because otherwise Exilence Next can't count my wealth. And we can check how much currency I made with just flipping, because I track my progress in my spreadsheet, so I'm pretty sure we can check that. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a lot of moving, so bear with me. We need to put everything in the stash first, otherwise, yeah, I can cancel this, because I really want to see my current wealth. Yeah. So I couldn't do this before because I wanted to show you the existing transactions to prove that, you know, the market fluctuates at night and the prices are much cheaper. So you can set up your orders and it works, right? Otherwise, you'd have to believe me on my word, and I always prefer to have some proof for what I say. So let's still cancel that. I think they should expand some slots for chaos orbs because with this market, chaos orbs are way more useful than divine orbs. Maybe this is why divine orbs are that cheap, besides ultimatum duplication. So we have all the wealth. Now we need to change the zones so that our inventory is refreshed on our profile so we can pull it. And yeah, so maybe explaining why this is flat, because I've been on holiday. I returned August 18th, now it's August 22nd, and starting here, I started to play Blight Ravage mobs and flipping currencies. So in 4 days, or not even full days, right? But let's say, yeah, 4 days of playing, I doubled my stash value, right? And if we go to my spreadsheet to see how much currency I made with, you know, playing ravaged mobs. So here I made 10 divines. Here I made 11 divines. That's 20 divines. That's 30 divines, right? Oh, I think we can just switch to divines. So I made from 35,000 to 69. That's literally double. So let's assume I had 200 divines and I made 30 divines with running ravaged mobs. So I think I made 170 divines. Am I counting this right? 170 divines with just flipping over 4 days and using I mean more than 500,000 because I was still playing and gathering. So let's assume I used 1 million of gold to make 170 divines, right? Well, I think it's worth it, and it shows that, you know, this really works. So a lot of my wealth is here in oils, right? So let's see. Yeah, you can basically see that my other stash tabs didn't go that much up as oils and currency because I'm really stacking oils and flipping currency, right? So yeah, I think that, yeah, you could see that, yeah, I had a lot of currency already at night here. Then I set up some orders. So my orders were like 8,000 chaos for the night. And I made a lot of currency thanks to that, basically offline. So just to summarize again, first you need to have some content that produces gold. Blight Ravaged map produces around 50,000 per encounter. We clear encounter in 5.5 minutes to 6 minutes, or if you use Fulcrum Chieftain, that's closer to 5 minutes. Then when you are offline or while you are blasting maps, you can set up some counter transactions. So again, let's do this from the scratch. You pick oil, right? You check the margin. It's right now it's 67. I wouldn't buy it for 70. So let's say I want 10 silver oils at 67. You place the order, you paid 1,000 gold for it. Then you press Ctrl, you swap the transactions. Now I want to sell. So I'd like to sell some oils for 770 chaos. So I have those two counter transactions working for me. So this should make 100 C. I paid for this like 20k gold. That's not, you know, that's not very optimal. But like I showed you before, you can set up this for night to have higher margin, or you can simply browse for other items like fragments. Right now the margin is not that high, but you can find some, you know, scarabs or stuff that has spread. This doesn't, but basically browse the market, try to find highest margin and try to catch the lowest price that you can buy items for. Then try to sell stuff during prime time or when the price goes up. And this way you can make tons of divines per day without even clicking. So you can enjoy any content you want. Your currency will make more currency while you're doing and while you're playing the game and have fun. So yeah, I hope you like this video and it's useful to you. I shared you my markets, so it will hurt my profits, it will hurt my margin, although it shrinked a lot recent days anyway, so it's not as good as it was 3 days ago. But I hope, yeah, you can still make tons of currency, and I'm pretty sure next league it will be the same, and you can start off flipping right away whenever you get, I don't know, 500 or 1000 chaos to make more chaos, right? And that's it for today. Stay tuned, join the Discord, and cheers, bye.